Your voice is like a well-shaped Mercedes. It's flawless. I don't drive a Mercedes. Shout out to Cherry South Africa. but you don't have a raspy voice. Is that what you think your voice sounds like? Raspy?
No.
I just want to tell you, I don't mind it.
I like.
Did you have your glasses on your
think,
head? I don't mind. Should have just left it.
No, I like a raspy voice, like especially with singing, like dudes and ladies that can like get that. Obviously, I can't do it, but I mean,
Yeah.
you get my vibe, you get my drift.
But your voice is the moneymaker.
It's one of the money makers, man. It's
Your voice and your feet. What's that website? WikiFeet. No, what's it called?
WikiFeet.
We upload your feet. Is it WikiFeet?
There's not a website called WikiFeet.
Is there a website called WikiFeet? There's a website where you upload your pictures of your feet, man. It's like almost like only feet. Is it called
Only
only
feet?
feet? The way I know Themba is he's gonna check it out later today.
Not a chance. Not
You
a
are an
chance.
entrepreneur like
Okay.
that.
No. So there's one thing. I think I've worn sandals twice in the last year.
It's the first time this week.
The only reason those are acceptable is because they're FOM.
I like sandals.
No, you have the freest feet. You have the most free feet of any person I know.
I don't know why I just come bare feet. I'm that guy. I seriously wouldn't care. I think it's more it hurts walking bare feet, but I wouldn't care walking bare feet in London.
I wear closed shoes like 90% of the time, and I've been told like people are like, no, you must touch the earth, and like
That's good for you.
yeah.
Are you insecure about your feet?
Yeah, I don't like feet. I mean, like not like I don't not like I don't like feet, but I've got short stubby toes, and they're just like
Okay,
it's
okay.
that's okay. Yeah, this is a safe space.
We all can have. You can roll the credits.
Cool, guys. Welcome back to which is probably going to be one of the last episodes of How's Life for this first season with Themba and Bouwer.
It's been a good one.
It's been a good one.
Learned a lot from myself.
Yeah?
More than all the guests. So it's just a letdown. I thought I was going to learn more from the guests. I'm kidding. The guests were amazing.
Yeah. So I think it's been a weird one. In that there's been a lot of learning. There's been some interesting conversations. I learned about the tear thing. Apparently that's legit. I still haven't Googled it, but I mean, it's one of the strange things I learned.
I still listen. The human body is fascinating.
Yeah.
If it can heal itself, like I mean, if you get hurt, a scrape or whatever, you heal yourself. It regenerates cells and all those things, and the scar is not there anymore. Sometimes there's still a scar, but it heals itself. So it makes sense that tears would heal and bring some sort of comfort. It's definitely comforting, but a physical healing.
Yeah.
What would have been cooler is if my tears can heal someone else's hurt. Because you know what happens when you get stung by a stinger or a blue bottle. You know what the remedy is.
You must wee on them.
You must urinate on someone, which is terrible. But why couldn't they just switch it up and let me just cry over someone? Then your friend is lying there.
Both things are equally difficult to do on demand. I'm sorry. Like,
can you imagine? You don't got a phone nearby. You watch like a quick sad scene of a movie, and then you start crying over a friend that got stung.
How many tears would you need, though?
That is a good question. We should.
Like,
season 2 is going to be we're testing out all these things. That feels like a Mythbusters.
Basically, yeah. I was going to say we're going to do myth busting. But talking about the body, okay. So we've got very different regimes in terms of
how we not stay in shape.
How to not stay in shape. So that's an interesting one. I was thinking about it. I was like, I've been clapping the gym like 3 times a week. There's been some busy days, and then Oaks was sick, so there's like 1 or 2 weeks where we've missed some stuff. And then like when I'm leaving the gym in the morning, I see Bouwer outside the coffee shop munching on a sandwich.
That is not even a joke. The place where Themba does CrossFit is right across the Vida.
I know, not CrossFit, just regular,
just normal
gym.
fit.
Yeah, just not the CrossFit.
But there's a Vida cafe, shout out Vida, across the gym. And each morning, because I've got a routine, I drop off my daughter, I drop off our dog, and then I go and grab a coffee and a broodje, and then every day he comes out, and it's terrible. That's That's why I feel like I feel on the inside.
I was like, stop eating sandwiches, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm not getting the joy of sandwiches, and I'm not thin.
You are going to reap the benefits.
Yeah, no,
I'm proud of you.
Listen, we're believing this, but we're not seeing it just yet. And you know what they say, seeing is believing.
I don't know. I bought a bike, not a motorcycle, a bicycle recently.
Right.
So in my mind, I think I'm going to ride more and maybe shed some, get more in shape and get some of this dad flab off. But in reality, I think I've had the bicycle for 3 weeks now. I've ridden once.
Yeah.
And there's nothing else to blame besides this guy. But I don't know, the self-discipline of like not eating healthier and not eating after certain times, I suck with that so much.
So I like the whole intermittent fasting thing, because I'm like, I'll waste time in the morning. I'll get here, like, got a great start to the morning, kids are at school, like it's early, like I should be able to jump into action. But because of breakfast, I'm perusing what I'm gonna eat next door, like poached eggs, and where our offices are, there's just amazing restaurants. You literally within a stone's throws distance.
The building we're shooting this in, this is where me and Themba's office is. There's a coffee shop connected to the building.
We can walk through the back. We can walk straight into the kitchen.
And then across from that, there's a bakery.
Yeah.
An Argentinian bakery from Argentina. That's the name of the place.
Yeah.
And then across from that, there's another bakery from another country. Portugal.
Is
Benbon, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know too much.
So, and then Whippet is connected to the building. So it's tough.
And then there's a noodle bar, a Greek place.
There's a slaghuis. Everything besides a gym. If there was a gym on the corner, imagine that.
No, well, that's the gym I go to around the corner.
But imagine there was a gym here. Do you think it would have worked out more?
No, I can't work out more. So my whole conundrum is that I wanted to go to gym, and that's why I say it's not a CrossFit thing. Like, I wanted to be able to like spend time with the kids without it being a mission.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want it to be a 6-step program to get like something from under the couch. But now, ironically, because I'm stiff from every second day at gym, I'm like, it's a 6-step process to get under the couch. So I'm not too sure this whole thing this works.
I don't know. We'll see with the bicycle thing. Maybe it's a phase. I know myself.
Yeah.
I've known from my phases.
So I got a mountain bike. So obviously, like, emceeing a lot of like races and stuff. I thought the very least I could do is have a mountain bike. And the worst thing is, you Bouwer called me out once. So I uploaded a video of like my day at the race, and it's like me emceeing, and then it's like I have to put like a shot of me on the bike, and like I uploaded it, and everyone's like, oh, it looks so cool. And Bouwer's like, I bet you set up that shot just to ride your bicycle. And I was like,
you rode towards your phone, picked it up.
I legit set up my phone. I rode away, did a circle, came back, and I was like, that's my shot. Thank you very much. It hurt that you saw right through that. But you know what? It was a busy day.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
I've you know what I've learned through this podcast, because we've spoken to a lot of people that's in the limelight in a sense, and that has a lot to do with social media. It's one of those things I have to make peace with what it is. Yeah. It is what it is. If I keep criticizing it like, oh, those people they're never present, they just want to do this and this and this the whole time. It's not always like that. People can be present.
Who are these people that you're saying aren't present?
No, I'm saying that the critique normally on people that post a lot of things are like, oh, but look, they're on their phone again. I'm not talking about one of the guests. I'm talking in general. Yeah. People are like, oh, they're on their phone the whole time at the event. Why can't they just be present?
Yeah. And I'm one of those people. I'm like, that guy, he's going to watch it back later and whatever, instead of being in the moment.
It's a tricky thing because I understand. Last night I went to a theater show and I watched it. And afterwards we walked into a jazz bar, the Nicky's Jazz Bar there in Newtown. Yeah. And it was insane, and I took a video, and I'm like, I'm enjoying this at the moment as well, but I'm taking a video because I want to share it to show people how incredible this is. Yeah. So it didn't mean I wasn't present at the moment, but what I'm trying to say is like to make peace with the fact that sometimes it's people's jobs to be on their phones, especially like influencers at certain events. They're only getting you as the example now because you've got 100,000 followers. So just make a video, guy. I don't care if you're having fun or not. We want your followers to see this new car or whatever it is. Yeah. But from my side, to be more gentle towards other people that does this as a job, because that's what I say. You have to either go. That's how times have changed. People do content creation more, and it's not just an older guy like me looking down at younger people going, "Let's say you're on your phone the whole time." Meanwhile, I want the phone my whole time.
It's consuming. Okay, what else have you learned, do you think, from... So, to jump in there and say, I'm surprised at... I think the whole point of the podcast was to ask the question, how's life? And have some of those conversations of like vulnerability and stuff. I was surprised at how many people have like experienced like either like a tough background or like grief. Like I kind of feel like... and it sounds so cliche. Like every time I hear about a business that started in a garage, I'm just like, really? Or like the motivational speaker that's like, I used to live under a bridge, man. Like £2 in my pocket, and I turned it all around. And I'm probably gonna have one of those stories one day if I can make it successful enough to be a motivational speaker.
I lived under the bridge that I owned, that I built myself. I built the bridge and I lived there.
I started it from like a double garage in the back of my parents' mansion.
In a midstream estate. Everyone's startups these days start in a garage, but in an estate.
In an estate. And I only got R1 million of funding to start it. But
a garage is a great place to start a business. People think it's so, share your garage. It makes practical sense. They give 4 tables.
It's detached from the house.
Yeah.
So you feel like you're going to work.
Yeah, 4 tables can go in there. There's internet.
It does. Maybe we've been sleeping on this garage thing. Maybe garages should be the grassroots.
Exactly.
Like, when you see your entrepreneurial business plan, I want to see that it starts with the garage. Exactly. If it doesn't start with the garage, I don't want it.
It's not going to succeed. But you're right. A lot of the guests actually went through a traumatic thing at a young age. Like, I mean, some parents were lost at an early age. And I like that people were very vulnerable on the show and they could share the stuff that wasn't always that lekker.
Yeah.
And it always just shows you that the perception you have of people, you'll always be wrong.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's lekker to meet some of your heroes as well. Because the people that do like incredible things, and I think it's, I sometimes make the mistake of thinking that people in the entertainment industry or sports our lives are so exceptional, and it's not. There's people that have day jobs that are also doing incredible things with their life. But I think when you're in the social media sphere, it's sometimes difficult. On a social media sphere, but when you're in the little bit of a limelight, sometimes it's more difficult to be vulnerable. And I think that's what I liked about the people on the show. They're like, I'm going to tell you what's up, and this is the truth, and this is what happened.
It's funny though, because like you see people like as semi-famous or like B-list. I don't know how the lists works, because you get your A-list celebrities,
sure.
But then
when you want a B-list,
because I just feel like they're like maybe on like a D-list,
a C-list,
C or D.
Yeah, sure. I think we just chose people that we liked. We wanted to share their stories because the people I invited, I knew, and I knew their stories would be flipping cool to share to a bigger audience.
Yeah,
because it's all about the ones and twos at the end of the day, bro.
It is about the ones and twos.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, you said
meaning just that one, like connecting with that one story.
Yeah. But like to your point, to say like actually everybody's just a normal person. Everybody's just an average person with all their baggage and whatever. And I think that was the cool thing to see through this whole thing is that, and it's not to take the shine away from entertainment or from like semi-famous and famous people or whatever. It's to just say, hey guys, like there's no like barrier to entry first of all, and it is possible for like everyone, like, and also in the same breath, like I feel sorry for anyone who might have like a great upbringing. Like you can also be great. It's not you started off with both your parents and like a stable financial thing. Like that's for you also.
Dude, life is a massive wheel of fortune. Like you can have everything going for you your whole life, where everything works out. There's people that have lives like that.
Do you think so?
I think so.
I think it's very unfair.
Is it? Well, unfair or what's the word? It's rare.
No, it's definitely rare. Because in my mind, I'm going, as humans, we'll find conflict.
Yeah.
So if you're born into a situation where money's not a problem, there's no security like issues, whatever, you're gonna find insecurities in your image or something, and then you'll have I feel like as a human, you'll always find a way to struggle. Doesn't matter how good your life is, you'll find a thing to struggle with.
What's the happiest country in the world? Do you know? Isn't it something like Sweden or Switzerland?
Yeah.
Why is that? Do you know? Because everything works.
They got Legos.
They got the knife. They got the Swiss knife.
The Swiss Army knife
to
and
fix
cheese.
Everything. and the chocolate. No, but I don't know the answer. But why? It would be interesting to know why they're the happiest country in the world. There's something with us South Africans. We've got resilience that makes us who we are.
Yeah.
That comes with a lot of insecurities. We come with a lot of baggage because of our history and apartheid. But countries like that, where everything works, maybe the family dynamics are stronger. Maybe there's healthier human beings there. What makes people
Because they ride
happier?
bicycles. They actually ride their bicycles.
There's a bicycle lane, that's why. No, but I don't know. I think there's people that go through life where everything works out, meaning they obviously have to deal with certain traumas, like death is just something that's inevitable for everyone in the family and so on.
Yeah.
And that's obviously upsetting. But I don't know. I think and then there's people where everything just goes wrong. I think that's a tricky thing about life and religion, especially. Is people try to connect it to like, wow, am I being punished? And sometimes I'm just like, I don't know, dude. It feels like life has got a big part of luck.
So do you there's a concept called, I think it's the winners theorem or whatever, and I resonate with this in quite a serious way, in that if I take something as simple as an audition, for instance, okay, so if you're an actor, you go for an audition, you're a bit stressed out because this job could mean that you pay for your rent and food for the next 3 months. So there's that pressure, but you haven't got the last 2 auditions you've gone for. So that's now all mounting. You walk into the room, you maybe see an oak who's gotten his last 2 auditions kind of thing. So there's that pressure. Now you do a performance and all of that's in your head. You obviously don't perform as well as you do. You don't get the job. So the fact that you don't get the first job affects you not getting the next job, and it's a sort of downward spiral. And then people have low self-esteem, and the flip side is you walk in, you get the job. Suddenly I've got the confidence, and I've been paid, so I'm not worried about like finances at home. So then I'll go for the next one. I'm like, I don't really need this job because I've got some money, and then so you take it easy and you look natural and you present well, and then you get another job. And so like we see these people that get all the fame, or it's almost like that laws of attraction kind of thing. But I think I've talked myself into a hole here. But I'm like, I firmly believe that if you're in a rut, it'll keep happening unless you find a way to change it. And we chatted about that army guy that's on the Joe Rogan show thing, and saying, what's his
Make
name?
your bed in the morning.
Make your bed in the morning.
Yeah.
That's a small win. And
Yeah. Look, changes. So I've got a life coach that I don't see enough, that I need to see more. Shout out Franzo Esterhazen. But he's got a thing where he says everything comes with the price. Every dream you need to pursue comes with the price. So if you're in a rut at the moment, then you just need to come out of it. That's your goal at the moment.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be this big thing about becoming president or whatever it is. Even if it's just to get out of something, each dream comes with a price.
Yeah.
So it's either a financial price, meaning I need to pay someone to get the systems in place that I can quit my job or whatever it is, or it comes with the price can be anything else. Time, your freedom. You were used to play PlayStation each day for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Now you need to give that up. That's a price you need to pay.
Yeah.
And sometimes you take out a loan. You take out an emotional loan on something. And everyone in your circle, like your wife and your kids, have to down pay that loan because you said yes to something you hate, you don't want to do. Yeah. You said it yes for the wrong reasons. Now you're miserable. You hate doing this. And now everyone
like
around
very
you
seriously pointed at me. No,
but so you took out the emotional loan by compromising, and then everyone around you has to pay off that emotional debt.
Yeah.
Which is fascinating. Which is an amazing thing to look at it like. To think about what things you say yes to.
Yeah.
But also, like, I'm in that same space. Like, sometimes I find myself in a rut, even though I'm super fortunate. We've got a great production company and an advertising company with Benny, and we're doing this podcast and we're doing sketches.
Yeah.
But there still be days where I'm like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want. It's not like I don't want to get out of bed. It's not like I have depression. It's just like, I just don't want to do anything today.
I think that's probably one of my happiest days, and it's not going to happen for a long time, but I look forward to like a day where I'm just like, there's nothing that needs to be done today. There's nothing that needs to be accomplished. I don't have to phone a particular person. Like I could just lay on the couch. Again, obviously that doesn't happen when you have kids, but like kids aside, there's no like work related thing. And we've said it a couple of times, like on the podcast, that sort of just giving yourself time to do absolutely nothing is probably one of the most like nourishing things for the body and mind. And we're talking about like the happiest countries in the world. We're talking about the longest lifespan, and it's like one of the Mediterranean like countries or something. And yeah, look, they eat that Mediterranean diet of olives and olive oil and whatever it is. But they say like one of the leading causes, or one of the things that impacts it, is like the Balis sit every afternoon. They go down to their little cafe, they drink their espresso coffees, whatever, and they just talk nonsense. And that is like, it's good for them just to be able to.
Where's a country where they implemented a 4-day work week?
Everyone's tried to do that, and I don't. There's no such thing as a 4-day work week.
We just spoke about taking a day. No, I promise you, there's countries where they
want to put food on the table. There's no such thing as a 4-day work week.
I'm telling you, there's merit. That's why there wasn't a decline in productivity when COVID hit and everyone was all of a sudden like working from home. They realized that productivity's got nothing to do with sitting in an office next to someone else.
No, but different people.
Am I wrong?
Belgium became the first European country to legislate a 4-day work week.
Belgium, shout out to Belgium. And look how great they are. They got the chocolate.
And they got nougats.
They got the soccer team. What do they have?
It doesn't matter what they have. They've only been working for 4 days. But I believe that we've been locked into a sense that productivity is only read in one way. Like I love writing later at night. Like I just feel freer and like
no one's bothering you.
Yeah, no one's bothering me. And I reckon if people were allowed to work in the time zones that they enjoy, they'd be hella productive. Yeah. Telling me if I'm not a morning person and now you're like, hey dude, you have to get these reports out. I could clap them all out between 3 and 4 where like I'm at my optimum. The only problem is you can't regulate human beings. So you kind of have to paint everyone with the same brush. Like
it's like school systems.
Yeah.
But like Dion Meyer's like that. Dion Meyer is a very famous novel writer. He's a very big Afrikaans writer, but his books have been translated into millions of books have been sold in the UK. He's got a few Netflix shows that's been made out of from his book, The Heart of the Hunter, that went to #1 worldwide for 2 weeks, it was like 4 months ago or so. And that's his life. His routine is like quick sticks in the morning, first thing, like writes for 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
And that's it. Then the days when the clock strikes 8 or 9, day's over for him, writing. Yeah. Then he can just do his life, do all the rest of the stuff. And that's when he finds himself his most productive.
Yeah, I need to try something like that, like a clock off thing. But like my big thing for the new year would be like I want to work on a couple of projects that have got longevity. Because in our space, we can work with brands and stuff, but then you're always just like the brand slave. This is not saying I don't want to work with brands, by the way. I love working with brands.
You mean like you always have to wait for someone?
No, it's almost like you almost want to build something that's yours, it's tangible. Because a brand can give you something. Like a brand can give you your sloppies there, but they can come one day and take them away from you. They'll be like, no, but we don't like you anymore. Give our slip-slops back. Whereas if you've built something for yourself that you can work with brands, like your production company. But yeah, that's the goal, is to try and focus more on things like that and build a bit of a legacy, like we say.
Yeah. Do you always feel like you're operating at 100%?
No.
Like if you look at like who Themba is and you think all the stuff you're doing, do you feel like you're running at like 60% capacity? There's more that could be part of the output?
Yeah, no, I could run 10 times more efficiently.
I'm so sorry, I have to interrupt. Themba, apparently you're supposed to be in a momentum meeting.
It's fine, you can go. But that is scary when people contact the people in your life to go, listen, is he all right? Where is he? Why isn't he in the meeting?
Yeah.
Then they start freaking out. Like,
but it's nice to know that if ever I went missing, okay,
you got partners.
You know, it's good to know that if you don't rock up for something, people start phoning around. If you're like that person where like you don't rock up for things and they're just like,
yeah,
that guy always does it. He never rocks up for anything. we're rolling
But
back
welcome
in.
back. We had a little meeting emergency.
Listen, to be honest, we both took meetings.
We both took meetings. I wasn't late for mine.
In my defense, just to give you guys a bit of context, the meeting request was sent at 10:58 for 11. That's the 2 minutes later, and then everybody proceeded to phone everyone as if I'd fallen off a cliff.
Yeah.
So,
but welcome back.
there was no need for panic. Yeah.
But we were talking about next year and our
Yeah.
plans for next year and our
Yeah.
dreams, and now we're going to approach life next year. And you were saying?
Yes, I feel like this is a conversation that we had last year. And then completely neglected
right.
to make the necessary changes. But I definitely see the value in it now. Like, you know, just structuring your brand relationships correctly and putting yourself in a space where you can operate, as I said, your production company now, because there's such a delicate shift. So, like, if I say, for instance, I used to work for a gin distillery called Six Dogs. Now, you go to the bottle store and you say to the guy, "Hey, man, I'd love to get some shelf space," and he's like, "Okay, cost you $50, or I want a free bottle for every 6 that I buy or something." And you're like, okay, now I'm forced to make these hectic deals because I want to get listed in his store. But the flip side is, an oak walks into his bottle store and says, "Hey, have you got the Six Dogs gin?" And he goes, "No." Dude walks out. He'll get it at a different bottle store. Now all of a sudden the oak phones. He's like, "Listen, dude, I need to list your stock because people are coming in and they're not buying from me, or they're not sticking around because I don't have your thing." It's such a nuanced change, but it's a complete power shift.
Yeah. That is an interesting look at it.
Yeah. So I need to power shift so I don't get bullied by brands.
So that's your 2025 approach, change of how you going your life.
Yeah. Like, there's a quote that says, "Where you are now is where you wanted to be like 3 years ago," or something, or that vision. And I'm like, I feel like this is it. Like, I had this cool plan. I'm like, hang on, I kind of arrived at this point now. Now we got to sketch up a new 5-year plan, which is like exciting, but it's also daunting.
It proves the point that it's all about the journey and not the destination. To quote that cliche quote, but it is about that. That's to bring it back to the life.
You're going to be doing some car content soon, and that is completely going to come.
No, but to come back to that life coach thing, it's never actually about reaching the dream. It's about who you're becoming on the way there.
Yeah.
And your majority of the time, the plan is to become a better person.
Yeah.
And that is the win.
Matthew McConaughey has a cool...
What verse? Matthew what?
McConaughey?
Matthew what? I thought you were quoting the Bible.
No.
Matthew McConaughey 4 verse 4, yes?
That would be incredible. He should completely take that.
That guy, if he dubs the Bible, I'll listen to that Bible.
Oh, definitely.
With that voice.
All right.
Oh, Adam and Eve in the garden.
That's not how it would sound. That is appalling.
you gooi Matthew McConaughey.
And the Bible audiobook sales plummet.
Go, you gooi the Adam and Eve as Matthew McConaughey. Gooi.
He always goes like, all right. I was like, so you got Adam's in the garden with Eve, right?
That's exactly what I did.
It's not the same thing. But
okay,
we
now
digress.
do Jackie Chan.
We digress. We are moving off the points here. I don't even remember what we're on about.
We're talking about Matthew McConaughey as a quote.
Yeah. So he's got a quote about like bettering himself and like just chasing. He's always chasing himself to be better. It's a whole. I suppose it's also a cliche thing. Just try and be better than yourself each time. And he's got a really eloquent way of putting it that I've not remembered.
No, he's a incredible writer, and I've heard about that book of his.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how I'm going to approach.
I feel like when you say the book of his, I feel like it's the Bible.
He wrote the Bible.
Matthew McConaughey didn't write the Bible.
Who knows? Everyone knows.
This is how we get cancelled. This is season 1.
I'm going to approach life next year. I'm at a very comfortable space in my life where I say yes to everything that makes me comfortable. I'm very I like to do things that brings me joy. I'll never change that.
Yeah.
But I know there's a few changes I can make in my life. Taking out stuff that makes that
not eating the sandwiches in the morning.
Not eating the sandwiches, playing less PlayStation, or maybe just stop playing PlayStation. That might be a good goal. But I want to start doing things that makes me feel uncomfortable because I don't miss the growth. I know I've had a great year. I've grown a lot, but I feel like that sometimes. I feel like I'm running at like a 60% capacity.
Yeah.
And there's 40% that's untapped, and I think I'll get the 40% output more if I just throw myself more into situations that I don't necessarily find comfortable, but I know I might benefit from it.
If like now, as you're saying that, I'm like, I could try that, but I can't think of one situation that I would willingly put myself.
But something like
into.
exercise, I mean I hate that. But you do that. You do that 3 times a week. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's a mental thing.
Yeah,
Like, it's more
there's
like
stuff like that.
But you know, it's so lucky. It's like I always feel proud of myself afterwards. It sounds like such
You
a
have
silly
to.
thing, but like when I finish and the trader's like, okay, you're done. You can go home now. I'm like, yes.
You have to, bro. Just use me as an example. While you are literally running around gymming for an hour, I'm eating a sandwich and drinking coffee for an hour.
But the whole point of this whole concept is to not compare yourself to others. Don't do that, bro. I don't compare myself to you. You are very comfortable. But no,
I'll take it.
Yeah. So
good luck for 2025.
Yeah, we should have one more episode coming out that's going to be Christmassy.
Yeah.
We'll maybe have a Christmas jingle.
And I'll keep you accountable. 6 months in 2025, June. What's the date today? 11th.
Yeah.
June 11. I'm gonna ask you, what's up with your goals?
Yeah. Don't ask me on June 11. That's literally my birthday.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Nonsense.
Promise.
Okay, on your birthday, I'm gonna ask you.
No, I'm busy that day. I'm actually gonna take a day off.
That's
I'm
cool.
Play golf or something.
Well.
But yeah, I wanted to also say thank you, man. It's been a good season. Essentially, you pushed this. We've spoken about lots of stuff and said we should do this. But this is one of the things that we pushed for and made happen. And like super grateful for everyone who's listened so far. We hope there's been some valuable lessons. And
hit us up with suggestions for guests for the next season.
Yeah.
What you want to see more of, maybe less of, and any sponsorships out there. We need sponsorships.
We're open to any sort of sponsorship opportunities. So on that note,
thank you to our producer Lalani and Films for making the show possible, and thank you to all the guests, and thank you to you. You must have a lovely.
And Kiara in the background, always giving us facts.
Always
about
googling
Twilight.
facts like WikiFeet is for celebrities' feet.
Yeah. So if you didn't know that, you can't just join WikiFeet, guys. It's for celeb feet only.
Yeah, I remember.
And there's no like ranking. It's not like A-list. It's like A-list or B-list.
Size list. Also, Christmas is around the corner, so get that Twilight DVD set whenever you can.
Shout out Twilight for the sponsorship.
Peace
Love you
out.
guys.
Team Edward.